All right, some interesting things going on, um, and some things I'm going to point out that I think we can avoid. For example, these lines are really good, but I would probably darken them. And the reason I darken them is because we don't want the lines to stand out more than the type. And right now, the type is secondary to these lines. So in another video on my computer screen, I can show you some colors that I think might work. Also, if this is the cover, I'd like to see the title bigger overall, and I'd like to see the logo, not necessarily the text, but the logo that goes along with it bigger. And it can overlap this. We could make a tint of your teal green color. I know my computer or my printer printed out kind of a blue, but it's more of a green on the screen. But you could put a faded blue, green, teal transparent block over the photo and then put the logo in that. Maybe the logo in the full color. All right. The other concern I have with the whole piece is that there's no clues for the viewer to know what they've already viewed compared to what they're going to view. In other words, almost every panel has the same color and photo, size, layout, etc. So if I turn the page, I'm going to see almost very similar to the cover right here and something similar to this right here. So these should go together, and you know I can read through it. But ideally, we would want one to stand out a little bit more, which I would say would be this one. What is research? This one we'd want to have stand out a little bit less so that we read this panel first. So how can we do that? We could probably lower the opacity here so the contrast isn't as strong. Maybe put this on the lighter blue with the white type so that this one really stands out more. Okay, and now this is where we need to include some clues for the viewer to let them know that what we're about to see is new information. And the best way to do that, in my opinion, is to change the background color. So if we open this up, we find very similar background colors. So here, I would go 180. I would flip the colors. I would make all the backgrounds white, and I'd make the type into your teal blue. That way, the viewer knows that, oh, I've already read this information, and this is new information. Okay, and then looking at the back cover, I guess I'd just get rid of this block. You don't really need a block for space reserved for contact information. I mean, it's very functional, but obviously it becomes the dominant focal point of this piece. And for portfolio, I would just suggest dropping both the block and the text and just making a fine ending. Okay, so there's some feedback. I'm going to make another video too. Hope that helps. Thanks.